Hello students, welcome once again to our channel. Today in this video we are going to see 11th standard physics, unit 2 gynematics, second 5-mark question. Question number 2, state any 5 properties of scalar product of two vectors. Answer, point number 1, the scalar product is commutative, that is, this symbol means that is A vector dot B vector is equal to B vector dot A vector. So we can write like this. So the scalar product is commutative. Second one, the vectors obey distributive law in scalar product. That is A vector dot B vector plus C vector is equal to A vector dot B vector plus A vector dot C vector. This law is known as distributive law. So scalar product of two vectors obey distributive law. Now the third property is the angle between the vectors. The angle between the two vectors A vector and B vector is equal to cos inverse. Cos to the power of minus 1 is read as cos inverse into A vector dot B vector divided by its magnitude, divided by the product of their magnitudes. What is the magnitude of A vector? A, and what is the magnitude of B vector? B. So AB is the product of their magnitudes. So this is the expression for angle between two vectors. Now next point, fourth property, in case of a unit vector n cap. In physics, unit vector is generally indicated by this symbol n vector. So here unit vector is scalar product with another unit vector. That means n cap dot n cap, scalar product of two unit vectors. Now what is the magnitude of any unit vector 1? We have already known that A vector dot B vector is equal to AB cos theta. What is that AB? A is the magnitude of A vector and B is the magnitude of B vector. Similarly here, the magnitude of this unit vector n cap is 1. So n cap dot n cap is equal to the magnitude of this vector 1 and the magnitude of this vector 1, and moreover it is a scalar product in between the same vector. So the angle between them is nothing but 0. So we write 1 into cos 0. We all know that the value of cos 0 is equal to 1. So in the next step, 1 into 1 which is equal to 1. So the scalar product of or the self-scalar product of two unit vectors is equal to 1. Here we do know that I cap, j cap and k cap, these are all the unit vectors in the directions x, y and z respectively. I cap is the unit vector in the x-axis, j cap is the unit vector in the y-axis, and k cap is the unit vector in the z-axis. Now similarly, I cap dot I cap is equal to 1, j cap dot j cap is equal to 1, k cap dot k cap is equal to 1. Therefore we can write like this. Now fifth property. This is the fifth property. Before we see this fifth property, let us understand what is meant by orthogonal unit vectors. The unit vectors which are mutually perpendicular to one another are known as orthogonal unit vectors. As we have already seen, this I cap, j cap and k cap are mutually perpendicular to one another because I cap is in the direction of x-axis, j cap is in the direction of y-axis and k cap is there in the direction of z-axis. So in case of orthogonal unit vectors I cap, j cap and k cap, the scalar product goes like this. I cap dot j cap, which is equal to, again, what is the magnitude of these two unit vectors? We all know that 1 only. So 1 into 1 cos theta. Here what is the angle in between these two? They are mutually perpendicular to each other, so 90 degree. We all know that cos 90 degree is equal to 0. So in the next step, 1 into 1 into 0. So altogether it becomes 0. So the scalar product of any two orthogonal unit vectors is equal to 0. So here I cap dot j cap is equal to 0. J cap dot k cap is equal to 0. K cap dot I cap is equal to 0. The reason is their magnitudes 1 and 1, and the angle in between them is 90 degrees. So cos 90 becomes 0. So altogether they all become 0. This is the fifth property of scalar product. So with this video has come to an end. Let us continue with our studies with another 5 mark question in the next video.